Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is going to be my monthly favorites for the month of March. Y'all know I like just sitting here talking about makeup. I just like sharing things that I love with you guys. I just like talking about things that I love with you guys, and if I could put y'all on, I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I like when people come to me and be like, how did you feel about this, or how do you like that, or where'd you get that from? And I'm just like, sis, let me hook you up. You know, I like doing that. And y'all know your girl has been buying a lot of makeup this month, so there's a lot of stuff here for me to talk about. And I actually have a couple of non-makeup favorites that I want to share with y'all, just to kind of change it up a little bit, like do something different. And it's not a whole lot of things, you know what I'm saying, because I know y'all are here for the makeup. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is my hair. Okay, listen, okay, this was my first time getting a frontal, period, because I don't know, I just didn't want to get a frontal, but I love how the girl did my hair. It's actually not looking its best right now, because I do need to get it redone, but I think I'm actually gonna take it out and get it redone later. But I love my hair. I bought the hair from her as well as got my hair done by her, and she slayed my head. Okay, I'm gonna insert a picture right here of what it looked like when I first got it done. She hooked me up. Homegirl did her dollar. Okay, she is A1, and she was pregnant when she did my hair. Well, she's still pregnant now, but I'm saying she's pregnant, okay, and she's out here slaying heads like this. Baby girl, I 100% recommend her if you're in the same area as me. The next non-makeup fave that I have to show you guys is a pair of shoes that I have been wearing the fuck out, okay? Like, I have been wearing these things in the ground, and I'm talking about my UGG slippers. And the only reason why I'm mentioning these things is because I was on the wait list. They were back ordered for so freaking long, and I had to wait on them to come, and I was so upset that I had already spent my money on them, and I had to wait like a month and a half to get these things. I was like, like, y'all need to do better, okay? But I finally got them in the mail, and I have been wearing them like non-stop, especially because here it's been in between hot and cold, so it's like my feet are kind of warm and fuzzy, but then I'm also ready for spring, you know what I'm saying? So I have been loving these. The next thing, you guys, I already told y'all, like, I forgot what video that was. Oh, it was my ABH and Full Face First Impressions video. I told y'all to go and listen to this album, and if y'all haven't listened to it yet, then I just don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing with your life. But if you have not listened to this album, which was #1 on the top albums for 3 weeks straight, it's now #2 because the baby done took over, which that is bae. Whew. But anyways, it's #2 on the top albums. If you guys have not listened to Juice WRLD Death Race for Love album, then I just really don't know what you're doing with your life. Like, it's a really good album. You definitely should listen to it. Now on to the makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna start with palettes like I always do, because actually I'm gonna start with single eyeshadows, because I just need to reiterate a little bit about these Colourpop Super Shock shadows. So I placed a big order with Colourpop, and I got like 10 of these Super Shock shadows, and I just, like I said in my last video, I don't know why I ever stopped using the Super Shock shadows, because they are so amazingly good. I only buy the Ultra Glitter and the ultra metallic versions of these because they're just on a whole nother level. They are absolutely stunning. So I'm going to show you these two shades right here. I have Arrow, and then I have Z. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's 3 Z's. So I have these two, and both of these are, no, this one is Ultra Glitter and this one is Ultra Metallic. And I'm going to show y'all some swatches of these. Bam, look at that. Like, the consistency of these is so amazing, you guys. So this is the glitter, and then this is the metallic. First of all, look at those colors. Y'all know this is right up my alley with these pinks, okay? But just the quality and performance of the Super Shock shadows, and you know, the color payoff. These are also duochromes too, by the way, but just the color payoff and how they feel and how they look. Everything is just amazing with these. I don't know why I ever, like, you know, stopped using them, but putting these on your lid will change your life. Okay, so moving on to my eyeshadow palettes. I have the Anastasia Riviera palette. Y'all should have known that this was gonna be in a favorites video because I absolutely loved the shadows in here. I loved how they went on my eyes. I love how they blended out. I've already come up with 2 other looks that I'm gonna do on my channel using this palette, and I just need to get around to doing it because this palette is excellent. It's amazing. I'm definitely gonna travel with this when I go out of town, and I just feel like, you know, these colors are just really pretty. They did a really good job with this. And I know some people were saying that this is not a very cohesive palette, but to me it is. Yes, you might want to go ahead and add in some more crease colors if you don't want to go like super bold and bright with these, but I just feel like it is a very cohesive palette, and you can get really nice looks out of just this palette by itself. You just kind of got to get creative and know how to work these shades, you know what I'm saying? Sort of like how I did in my first impressions video, where I mixed this shade and this shade together to create like more of a burgundy shade. You know, you just got to get creative and play around with the shadows, but I do think that this is a very nice eyeshadow palette. The quality is there. We all know ABH quality is A1. And then I have 2 Colourpop palettes to talk about. The Sweet Talk palette, y'all know this had to make it in my favorites video because I am obsessed with this palette. Like, absolutely obsessed. Colourpop really knocked it out of the park with this one, with these ultra glitter shades and then the Super Shock shadow. Like, they really just made the perfect spring palette, and I'm obsessed. I have it on my eyes today along with my 2 weeks 1 palette, which is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. Let me zoom y'all in. Don't look at my lace front, but look at my eyes, okay? They just look like, I don't know, super glittery, super reflective, super nice. I use this glitter shade on my lid and it is perfection. I will leave all of the shades from this palette as well as the Huda Beauty Rose Gold eyeshadow palette in the description box so you guys can know exactly how I did my eye look with this palette. But I just feel as though this is absolutely perfect. I love that they put multiple textures in here because I'm a fan of eyeshadow palettes that have multiple textures, and I just think that this is A1 quality. Shadows blend like a dream. They're pigmented, and even though they look really light and kind of pastel-y, like I have this color on my crease and it is bomb.com, very pigmented, but you would think that it would show up super light. Pigmented as fuck. And then I have my custom Colourpop palette that I did during their build your own palette sale, which they actually have a build your own palette sale going on right now, so y'all need to go and take advantage of that. I bought the large palette for $44 and I filled it with 2 cheek products and then the rest are eyeshadows. So I do have this blush on my cheeks right now and it is super pigmented. I know it's looking kind of light on camera, but it's actually very pigmented, and I love all of these shades. I don't even know how many times I gotta tell y'all that I'm into pink eyeshadows right now, and so me building this palette was just right up my alley. These shades are perfect for me. I even threw in 2 little pops of color just in case I want to create something different and fun. But this shade right here and this shade, like, look at those duochromes. Look at that. This shade right here is shifting from pink to orange, absolutely gorgeous, and this one is shifting from like pink to gold. So pretty. Colourpop makes some of the most amazing eyeshadows. I'm not even kidding you. They're probably, right now, they are probably my #1 eyeshadow brand right now. Not even gonna exaggerate. 2 more things from Colourpop. I promise I'm not sponsored by them. I promise I'm not. I wish I was, okay? I wish I was on their PR list, because listen, I would be in heaven, okay? I don't need to be on nobody else's PR list except for Colourpop. But their volumizing mascara, this is the BFF mascara. I've already ordered a backup of this because this is amazing. This is amazing. This is going to be a replacement for my Too Faced Better Than Sex, which I actually have not purchased in a hot minute because I had been using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. But now I'm replacing the L'Oreal Lash Paradise with the Colourpop BFF mascara because I just love what it does for my lashes, both top and bottom. It really lengthens and volumizes my top lashes, and then for my bottom lashes look amazing with this mascara, so I am a fan. So y'all just wasn't gonna tell me that I had lipstick on my teeth this entire time. That's how we get down. It's cool. Last thing from Colourpop, this is their no filter foundation. I think I actually mentioned this in a favorites video before, but I have to re-mention it because I am almost done with my bottle and I will be repurchasing another one. I have mine in the shade Dark 175. I have it on my face today, and this foundation is just absolutely flawless, absolute perfection. It doesn't stay matte on my skin all day long, but the way that it looks on my skin and the way that it looks when it's first applied is absolute perfection. It's literally like I have a filter on my face. It is so good, and I have been loving on it recently. Like I literally cannot put this foundation down. I have been using it nonstop. A little extreme, but I actually have 3 bronzers to talk to you guys about. I'm gonna start with the one that I have on my face today. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Constantly Bronze. I think this is my favorite bronzer right now just because it is so natural looking. It really just blends into my skin, but it gives me like that tiny bit of warmth, and it's not like so super overpowering, so super red, you know, super dark. I feel like it's just such a natural bronze color for me, and I probably will not be able to use this bronzer in the summertime once I get darker, but for right now I feel like this is just so natural and pretty. I'm definitely going to be using this during like the fall and winter time. And then I have a new bronzer. This is the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer, and this thing is dark. They went deep on this bronzer, okay? This is what that bronzer looks like, y'all. You know I can use this as a bronzer. It is, first of all, it is so pigmented. I made the mistake of going into this bronzer like all willy-nilly, super heavy-handed, and came out with a brown ass streak, and I literally had to buff and buff and buff and blend, go back over it with my beauty sponge with some foundation because it was way too much. This thing is dark, okay? I'm gonna swatch this on my chest for y'all so y'all can see, because homegirl is dark, okay? She is very blendable. She wears all day, stays on the face all day. You get your money's worth when you buy this blush, okay? And then the next bronzer that you definitely get your money's worth out of is this Morphe Glamour Bronze bronzer, because look how huge this thing is, okay? This is gonna last you a lifetime because it is absolutely huge, and Morphe says it is meant to be a face and body bronzer, so you're supposed to use it like on your chest to give you like a little bit more of a bronze glow, on your neck, everything to match your face to your body if you want to. But this thing is absolutely huge, okay? But I love it though. The pigment is there. Let me swatch this one on my chest. So pigment is definitely there. It has a lot of fallout when you dip your brush into it because it's very, very soft. But again, that makes it really, really blendable on the skin. It's almost like undetectable. Like the Hoola Toasted Bronzer, I feel like somebody would know that you applied bronzer, but with like the e.l.f. one and the Morphe one, I feel like they're very undetectable on the skin, and so that's what makes me like these two a whole lot. Don't get me wrong, I do love the Hoola, but I think I like these ones just a little bit more, I forgot I had one more eyeshadow palette to talk about, and then we can get to this highlight, okay? Because I know y'all want to know about this highlighter. So this eyeshadow palette I actually have not even used yet. Yes, y'all heard that correct. I have not used this eyeshadow palette on my eyes yet. I haven't even done swatches of this eyeshadow palette, but the reason why this is in my favorites is because I already know that this is going to be my go-to travel eyeshadow palette. This is the Pure Out of the Blue eyeshadow palette, and I was not checking for this palette at all, okay? Not at all, until I saw what this palette can do. So first of all, this palette, look at these eyeshadows. So as y'all can see, these eyeshadows have the ability to come out, so you can customize this palette with the eyeshadows that you want in here and then take it with you on the go. So that's number one why I know I'm gonna love this palette, because I can rearrange these shades, put whatever eyeshadows I want in here from Colourpop or any other single eyeshadows that I have, which the only ones I have are like Colourpop, but I can rearrange this color scheme to fit how I'm feeling and what I want to take with me when I'm traveling and make my perfect palette basically. So that's number one why I like it. And then number two why I like it is because this lays out into like a little vanity, and I don't know if y'all can see that. It freaking lights up, okay? Listen, this is your own personal little vanity when you're traveling. I was like, this is so genius and so cute, and I am obsessed. This is literally so perfect, and I am going to take this palette with me everywhere that I go this year. I don't care if I'm going up the street to my homegirl house. I'm gonna take this palette with me if I need to do my makeup, because I just think that this is perfect. It's a vanity, and you can customize it how you want. I just think that is perfect. And then also from that line, I purchased one of the lip glosses, but this is not your average lip gloss. Now this I did use. I did actually use this one. So this is the lip gloss in the shade Goals, and as you guys can see, it's like a gold shimmery color, definitely right up my alley. This lip gloss has a mirror on it. Not only does it have a mirror on it, check that out. Now I know Pure wasn't the first one to add a light to their lip glosses. Gerard Cosmetics, or whatever that brand is called, they were doing that a while ago, so that is nothing new. But honey, Pure done brought this little trend back, okay? Because I was in the club St. Patty's Day weekend with this lip gloss, applying it, and people were coming up to me like, girl, where did you get that lip gloss? What is that? Like, just going crazy. It was like, that's some real boss shit right there. And I was like, I know. And I was telling everybody that I got it from Ulta, and it's by the brand Pure. Like, I am not one of those people who's like, oh no, I'm not gonna tell you where I got it from, because you know what I'm saying, then that means y'all gonna be up on what I got. No, I'm not one of those people. I told everybody that I got it from Ulta, and it was by the brand Pure. Last couple things, let's talk about this highlight that I got on. So this is the L'Oreal Paris Crushed Foil Metallic Highlighter in the shade number 20 Gilded Gold. This is what it looks like. I passed by this highlighter so many times in Walmart because I just was not checking for it. You know what I'm saying? I was not checking for another highlighter. When I tell y'all, this is my absolute favorite highlighter of life. I don't care about none of those other highlighters in my collection. I could lose all those highlighters today or tomorrow, and I would not care, because this is my perfect highlighter. Not only is it blinky, and like, for one, it's a perfect shade for me. Like, it's amazing. It matches my skin so perfectly well. It's not too light, it's not too dark. So not only is it the perfect color for me, it's the perfect texture. This, since it's more of like a cream type of product, this highlighter does not emphasize texture on my skin. And this highlighter has glitter particles in it. Like, it has glitter flecks in it, but I promise you guys, it does not emphasize texture on my skin. And I don't know how they did it. Let me zoom y'all in so y'all can see. See, it literally has little glitter chunks and flecks in it, but it does not emphasize texture. I am just so shook at this highlighter. And the way that I like to apply this is I like to spritz my face first with a setting spray. I like to let it dry down just a little bit, and then I like to go in with a like stippling brush, and I like to put this on my skin. And I feel like, in conjunction with the fact that it's a cream and I wet my skin first, I feel like it just sinks into my skin and looks like skin. Y'all need to go and buy this. Like, I need everybody to be out here glowing like a goddess, okay? I need everybody out here glowing like that. Something else that's also going to give you a really nice healthy glow, this is the e.l.f. Luminous Glow Blush in the shade Brilliant Mauve. This is so gorgeous. I don't know why they call it Brilliant Mauve, because this is definitely like a peach. I don't know why they call it mauve, but anywho, this is probably my favorite blush right now, because it is peachy, it's gold, it's luminous. Like, it is everything that I want right now. Y'all know I love warm tone blushes on my cheeks, just because that's what looks best on me. And this blush is perfect because it already has a sheen to it, a shimmer, a glow, whatever you want to call it, and it makes me look so healthy. It makes my skin look so glowy and healthy, and I don't have to go in with such a blinding highlight whenever I use this, but y'all know I still do anyway. But yeah, this is really nice. I really do like this blush, and I think it's one of my favorites right now. Also a favorite from e.l.f., this is their Total Face Sponge. I went and bought another 2 of them, just like how I said I would, because this is perfection. I love it so much more than the Beauty Blender as well as the Real Technique sponge. I threw away my Real Technique sponge because I was just like, I don't need it anymore, because this is like so much better. It's so much easier to clean. Like, I I don't clean my beauty blenders. Like if I use my beauty blenders on a Saturday and I don't wear makeup until Wednesday, I usually don't clean my beauty blender until like the day before or the day of. So foundation will sit on them, concealer and all that will sit on them until I clean it. So that's like 3-4 days. But it'll stain my beauty blender or my Real Technique sponge. With the e.l.f. sponge, it does not do that. I don't have any staining on my e.l.f. sponge, and I've already used this one. I don't know how they do it, but this is so much easier to clean than the beauty blender and the Real Technique sponge. So much better, so much softer. I love this 10 times more than any of those other sponges. So my very last favorite that I want to talk about is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder, but this is the new one. This is the Translucent Caramelized Peach. So that is what it looks like. That's the color. I literally used this to set my face today, and I am obsessed with this. I am obsessed. So I always typically use well, not always, but majority of the time I use a loose setting powder to set my entire face after I'm done baking. So I'll use the powder to sweep away the bake and then just go ahead and set the rest of my face. And this works so perfectly for that because it has a little bit of a tint to it. So it's going to take away that really stark brightness from my highlighting powder, and then it's going to set the rest of my face and give it like just a nice like color to it, but without adding too much color to it. You know what I'm saying? I love this stuff so much. It really does help to keep me matte, and it's so lightweight, so finely milled. It just like brushes and glides onto my skin, making me look nice and poreless. This was definitely worth the money, and it did cost a pretty penny. They give you a whole lot of powder, you know what I'm saying, but it costed a pretty penny, okay? But I feel like it was worth it. Whoo, child, I hope this video wasn't too long, but that is all of my favorites that I had to share with you guys for the month of March. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my favorites. I hope you guys, you know, found something that you maybe want to try, that, you know, you was eyeing and you like, okay, if she say it's good, then it's good, and we popping, okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed my favorites video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and leave me a comment down below letting me know that you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because why haven't you? Yes, and then hit that bell notification so that you are notified every single time that I upload a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.